Hello, my name's Curtis Storr. I'm a trainer with Family Investor. And today, this is not a training. This is just an aha moment I've had doing my research over the last month or so, over the holidays. I come across a couple of things that I want to share with you and see if you think there's a correlation between the two things. And the first item that I came across was this. There we go. This posting or poster or something. I don't know exactly where I found it. It's about the comfort zone. And, like you, I'm always struggling to get out of my comfort zone, because it's called a comfort zone for a reason. It's a lot easier to stay in it. But I've realized that in order for growth to happen, I have to, get off my backside and go out there and go beyond what I normally do every day to get ahead. But one of the things here, if you're looking at the big circle of comfort zone here, the 90% of the population they said live in the comfort zone, and I went, oh my gosh, that's a lot of people, 90% of the population. And then they things like just surviving, and that popped out at me like, okay, yeah, I've been there, living paycheck to paycheck. I don't know about you guys, but I've been there, done that, just surviving, even going the other way also is, ending up in debt. And everything else outside the comfort zone are all these wonderful things, your financial freedom, dreams, confidence, what if I can, the sky is the limit, fulfillment, passion, belief, wealth, success, fearless, excitement. It's true. You got to get on that roller coaster once in a while and find out that it could be exciting. And on the next page, since I'm going to share this out there, I put all that information on there that I just went over. But here's my aha moment. I was looking at information on the web, and I came across this from the CBO, which is the Congressional Budget Office. It's a government office that did this report on trends in family wealth from 1989 to 2013. And just so I get the information correct, I'm going to look down now and read this to you. In 2013, the families in the top 10% of the wealth distribution held 76% of all family wealth. Yes, you heard me right. 76% of all family wealth is held by the top 10%. That's the correlation I saw with the comfort zone. Being 90% of people are in their comfort zone, 10% are not, and they're holding 76% of all family wealth. I think there's a correlation. That's my opinion, of course. Families in the 51st to the 90th percentiles held 23%. The bottom half of the distribution held 1%. Bottom half, that's 50% of all families share 1% of the wealth. Yeah. And the way that breaks down in the numbers, I like the numbers. I think on the average, $4 million for families in the top 10%, 316 for families in the 51st to 90%. You're probably tired of looking at that other graph. 36,000 for families in the 26 to 50 percentiles. And families below the 25th percentile were $13,000 in debt. Wow. And this is where I found it. The reference below is cbo.gov. Pretty easy to remember. And the publication number here. And, and I do my research to see if it's true or not. And the only conflicting information I found was from a magazine. There's some other stuff also, but basically they're saying these numbers are inflated slightly. Well, even if you take 25% off the 76%, you're still 51% of all wealth is held by 10% of all the families in the United States. It's just nuts. And that just blows my mind. And I thought this was a good thing to let you know why I'm a trainer for Family Investor. Because Family Investor's mission is to shift that wealth, that 76%, to us. And we're going to teach you how to do that, different methods. And most of all, we're going to keep it simple, because what I found out there is I read books on this stuff, and I go to webinars and trainings, and I pay thousands of dollars to learn from the gurus of the industry. And I find out what most people, including myself, sometimes we walk out of those trainings or we close that book because we don't understand what they're talking about. And I think that's the key to your success, is if you understand something, then you can move forward. If you don't understand something, you're not going to jump into it. And that's smart. That's not a bad thing. So our mission is to keep it simple. And the other part of that is I want children to be able to watch these trainings, read my blogs, and understand what I'm talking about, so I can open their eyes up at an early stage so they can make better financial decisions right out of the gate. When they get their first job, they'll know whether to say yes or no to a 401k, or, if it's a good one, if, that's invaluable. I mean, I didn't learn these things until I was in my 50s. I wish I knew now. Have you ever said that? I wish I knew then what I know now. Got it backwards. And one of the best strategies, or the most popular strategies that my associates also teach, or is how to become debt-free in under 10 years. Obviously, that's popular. And they keep it simple too. I mean, but here's your requirements for success. You have to have an income, and you got to be committed for the long term. This is not one of those get rich quick. This is get rich slow, but to put the wealth into your pockets. It doesn't require you to get another job. Even the 10-year debt reduction, or elimination, actually. You eliminate your debt in 10 years, doesn't require you to get another job or be a math wizard. You send my associates the numbers, they crunch them for you and show you how to do it. It's like a recipe. And this is what I like you to do. Thanks for sharing my aha moment. Go to familyinvestor.net, and on the blog page, a little pop-up will come up, and you can sign up so you get reminders in the email about new blogs and trainings. So that's the first thing you need to do. But also, while you're there, read them. Read them and start getting the juices flowing about finances. I think you'll like some of the stuff I do. I hope you like this one. So thank you, and get out of your comfort zone.